I awoke on the floor of my apartment. I had no idea how I got there, and if the vision that the Wanderer had showed me had been real or just a fever-pitch dream. Was it all just a nightmare? I thought as I came to my feet. Where are the others? How did we get separated? I thought hard. I tried to remember how I got back to the city after the long trek through the forest, encountering the complex, meeting the Wanderer, and watching the construct. Was that just a dream too? I couldn't make sense of it. I looked around my apartment when I heard a faint meow from a cat outside my door. I opened the door and looked at a cat glaring up at me. A cat? How did a cat survive in this ruined world? As I bent down to try and pet it, I heard a frail woman's voice coming from down the hallway.
Socrates, where are you, boy? It's time for foodies.
An old lady appeared in the hallway.
How are you, Mr. Cole?
The scruffy old lady asked. How did she know my name, I wondered. I looked at her closely. She was about 90 years old with thinning white hair and a scarf around her neck.
You know, we've been neighbours now for quite a while, and I apologise for not having introduced myself to you. My name is Esther Sullivan. Nice to meet you.
She stretched out her frail and brittle hand. I shook it. How did you know my name? I asked.
Oh well, Mr. Cole, that was your first mistake. Never shake a hand of someone you don't know. You see, only demons in the green light like to shake hands to take over your soul. Angels never do. They stand in front of you with their hands at their side. They know we are full of ugly diseases and dark thoughts.
She continued.
Come, follow me into my humble abode and I shall show you the Book of Shadows.
She produced a smile.
You should read it, for your name is engraved in it. That's how I know.
The cat and I followed the old lady into her apartment. I was amazed at what I saw. The walls were covered with ancient symbols and designs that were unfamiliar to me. In the middle of the room was an antique mahogany table with a large tome in the middle of it.
Sit, please, Mr. Cole.
Mrs. Sullivan pulled out her chair.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I nodded, never taking my eyes off the dark tome that lay before me. The old lady disappeared into the back. I heard dishes clinking and a kettle boiling.
Don't touch it yet. Wait for me,
Mrs. Sullivan shouted from the kitchen. Esther reappeared, 2 cups in hand, and sat down at the table. Her eyes pierced my gaze. After a moment, she began laying her withered hands on the tome. She began.
This you must ken, from 1 make 10, and 2 let be, make even 3, then rich you'll be. Skip o'er the 4, from 5 and 6 the witches' tricks, make 7 and 8, 'tis finished straight, and 9 is 1 and 10 is none. That is the witches' 1 time 1.